The screams stopped, but the song didn't. Stranger in the Wind. Another chart-topping artist found dead, the same haunting melody playing on repeat from their phone. 3 rising stars dead in 2 months, each death more horrific than the last. The only connection? A viral song that took America by storm, and a mysterious girl in white who appears in their final moments. But there's something nobody knows about this melody, something that will make your blood run cold. Sarah Williams sits in her luxury apartment staring at her platinum record. She should be celebrating her meteoric rise to fame, but her hands are shaking as she deletes the song that made her famous, because she knows what's coming. She's seen the girl in white, heard that melody in the dark, and now she has to tell the world the truth about where the song really came from, before she becomes the next victim. Sarah lay in her room, lost in thought. Her beaming face reflected her happiness. It seemed unbelievable that just 2 months ago, nobody knew her. And today, every music lover in America knew only one name: singer Sarah Williams. Looking at the clock showing 11 p.m., she was about to close her eyes when she heard strange thumping from the roof. Who could be on my roof at this time? I live alone, she thought. The sound continued. Sarah left her room and climbed the stairs to the roof. She found no one there, and the sounds had suddenly stopped. Then she heard a humming. Stranger in the wind, restless breeze, calling out to you. Come, come, the paths of destiny, arms of desire, calling you again. Come, come. Startled by this voice, she noticed a girl sitting in the corner of the roof. She wore white clothes and her face was covered with hair. Who are you, and why are you singing my song so eerily? When the girl suddenly raised her head, Sarah's heart stopped at the sight of her terrifying face. She screamed as the girl began crawling toward her on all fours. Sarah ran for the stairs but stumbled in her panic. Stranger in the wind, restless breeze. 3 days earlier at Golden State Stadium, top news anchor Rachel sat opposite Sarah, Mike, and Jason. The audience's attention was completely focused on Sarah. So, Miss Williams, your song Stranger in the Wind is a remake of an old song, yet it's gone so viral that within 2 months its views are in the billions. You've also been nominated for Best Singer 2023. How does it feel to reach such heights? To be honest, I never thought this song would be so loved by people, Sarah replied. When I recorded it, I only targeted 100 million views, but in just 2 months, it reached billions. I'm grateful to all my fans for this. The stadium erupted in applause. It was midnight when Mike sat in his room, scrolling through his phone. Suddenly, he heard it. Stranger in the wind, restless breeze, calling out to you. Come, come. The voice was so terrifying that Mike dropped his phone in fear. He looked at his LED TV, but it was off. The TV's off. Then where's this song coming from? He saw her, a girl with hair covering her face, standing in his doorway. Before he could scream, she had wrapped herself around him. His last breath escaped with a terrified shriek. Jason's death followed Mike's, and Sarah's world began to crumble. The police questioned her, but she couldn't speak through her shock. After being discharged from the hospital, her life changed forever. She heard the ghostly humming everywhere, in her room, in the market, even in her dreams. At the annual Music Awards, Sarah stood on stage, her eyes devoid of joy despite the massive crowd. The show was being broadcast live. My dear friends, I know how much love you've given my song, and it's because of you that I'm standing on this stage today. But I need to tell you why I deleted that song and who the girl is in the new video I uploaded. She revealed everything: how Emily had come to them with her song, how they had sent her away after recording it, how they had re-recorded it in Sarah's voice, and how Emily had died of heartbreak. The nation was shocked by her confession, even after Sarah deleted her version and released Emily's original recording, making it more successful than her own version had been. Emily's ghost never left her. Sarah sees her everywhere, always humming that haunting melody. Stranger in the wind, restless breeze, calling out to you, come, come. The paths of destiny, arms of desire, calling you again, come, come. Emily had achieved her dream, even if it came after death. But for Sarah, there would be no peace, only the endless haunting melody of her stolen song and the ghostly face of the woman whose dream she had stolen. Stranger in the wind, restless breeze. They say on quiet nights, if you listen to Sarah's original version of the song, you might hear Emily's voice underneath, a ghostly whisper beneath the stolen melody. But be careful if you do, because once you hear it, she might just decide to pay you a visit too. If this story sent chills down your spine, don't keep the fear to yourself. Share it with someone who loves a good ghost story. Hit that like button if Emily's revenge gave you goosebumps, and tell me in the comments, what would you do if you heard that haunting melody in the dark? Subscribe for more spine-chilling tales that will keep you up at night. Remember to turn on notifications. You never know when the next story might come creeping up behind you. The melody fades out with a final whispered, come, come. Stay safe and sweet dreams, if you can still sleep after this.